Well, good afternoon. This is another video from Aquaspumante. This one's hopefully a relatively short one about bringing a Type B soda siphon back into use. So what we've got here is, this is the Type C, and this was made from around about 1920 to around about 1930, and this takes the standard 8-gram size soda capsules like the ones we can get today, and this one's actually an original one from about the 1970s Sparklets capsule, but you can actually get modern ones like these. So these are some modern ones. These are ones that are available from shops now, and they fit in the charge keys and can be used with a reconditioned Type C quite happily. So I'll show you that. It just fits in there like that. And that's fine. And each one of these capsules contains approximately 8 grams of carbon dioxide. Now, originally the Type B was designed for use with smaller size capsules, and it used a key, if you can see that, which is roughly half the size of the later capsule key. And that's because the ones for the Type B were roughly half the size. They contained half as much carbon dioxide, so they contained about 4 grams of carbon dioxide. And to prevent the later key from fitting onto the earlier style of soda siphon head, they changed the threads so you couldn't actually get them on. They don't actually fit. You can get them on a little way, and then they bind up, because the thread on the later keys is much finer than the early ones, which was a lot coarser. So it should just, if you're using the right key, it should just fit on nicely and simply and smoothly like that. Now, the earlier types of capsules have been out of production since around about I believe about the 1970s. So you can't get those anymore. So in principle, you can't use the Type Bs with the original style of capsules. So what can we do to actually get one of these going again? Now, we've come to the conclusion that the only way you can do that is to get some of the later capsules, but old ones. Now these are ones which, because they're relatively old, and these I think are from about the 70s or 80s, gradually the carbon dioxide leaks out of them, and so the fill quantity inside decreases with time. And if you measure the weight of one of these capsules when they're empty, and this one's been pierced, if you measure those on an accurate set of scales, like these ones, so they've got a resolution of about 1 gram, you'll find that an empty capsule is around about 20 to sometimes up to 22 grams. Now, I'd suggest anybody at home that they actually check this with the brand of capsules that they may end up using, old capsules. They should be reasonably uniform when they're all empty, but I have noticed some variations between brands. So what you do is you measure the empty weight after it's been pierced. So this one's been pierced. And then you measure the weight of some of the capsules that you may have bought on a second-hand market or something like that, to check what the weights are. So as I said, the weights of this type of capsules, and I've got quite a big box of them here, because I tend to get them with soda siphons that I buy. Come with an old box of capsules that may have been sitting in a drawer for quite a while. So I've measured the weight of these. This one's got 25 grams, weighs 25 grams, so that's going to probably contain about 4 grams of gas. We've also had a capsule key, the thread recut on this so that it's the correct size to take the carbon dioxide capsule in it, but it will also fit on the different thread form of the Type B capsule, Type B head. So there you are. So that's been specially recut for us so that it fits, because otherwise modern holders like this that are still manufactured, which were designed to fit on the Type C and Type D and other Sparklet siphons, won't fit on this old type, and that was done deliberately at the time. So what we can do is we can get a clean and well inspected Type B. This is Type B, and you'll notice there's quite a substantial size difference between the two. This one takes about 950 millilitres of water, and that's either the Type C or the Type D. 950 millilitres of water up to the red line, that's the maximum fill line. Whereas the earlier Type B, because of the smaller capsule size and the fact that the head doesn't have a non-return valve in it, that contained about 550 millilitres of water in it up to the red max fill line. So what we can do is we can, now this is using an original glass straw, we can provide modern plastic straws to fit. We've reconditioned this head, replaced all of the rubber parts inside, all of the seals have been replaced, it's all fully functional. So we can put that in, screw it up, screw that down relatively tight, hand tight. That's got a new seal in there, you probably saw that blue thing. That's a food grade rubber seal that we've had remanufactured for this. And then we get an old style, a modern sized carbon dioxide capsule, but which has a reduced charge. So this is one that's probably from the 70s or 80s. Some of the gas is leaked away, so there's only around about 4 to 5 grams of gas left in there. Fit that into this recut charge key, put it on there, guide it gently onto the thread. Now, like the Type C ones, there's no non-return valve in the head of this type, although some other ones of around about the same period for larger bottles, like the Double B, that actually did have a non-return valve in the head. So you could use like a Type D. But anyway, we'll screw that down. See? Let's do that. The gas is going in. Shake it. See the gas going in. Give it a good shake. Waiting for the bubbles to stop. Give it a bit more of a shake. Again, wait for the bubbles to stop. Right, so we've deliberately put on here charge key, adapted for Type B soda siphons. Now, normally, as with most siphons, we would want to put this into the fridge so that the carbon dioxide that's been injected into the water has the best chance of actually dissolving properly in there and giving you good soda water. But for the purposes of this demonstration, we haven't had time to do that. So, what should we do? Let's show it producing some soda water. And there you are, a fully functional Sparklets or Aerators Type B soda siphon, working pretty much as it would have done when it was originally made in, I believe, somewhere around about 1910. So that's it. That's the end of this video. Thanks very much. It's brought to you by Aqua Spumante, your source of sparkling water.